And welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your DM, Blake Peebles, and this is your cast. And we are sad. If you want to know why, check out the last episode. I don't know why you're watching this one without having watched the last one, but like it could happen. I don't know.
We do have viewer numbers that look like that.
I know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know.
Like only 40 people watch episode 5, and then like 60 people watch episode
60 people want to watch the particular episodes multiple times.
I think it's the ones that Michael are in get the most views.
Which is reasonable.
Cool, so some announcements, check out our social media and stuff, check out our other things that we do. Those of you who won the shirt stuff, congrats. They'll be going to you soon.
So is that this far in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is our Halloween episode gonna go up in like February?
Next Halloween. I don't know. The sound isn't super good on it. I'll probably put it up as like a lost episode sometime later, depending on if we run out of content that I can post over winter break. But you don't need to know that. What you do need to know is that you guys are the bomb.com, and we couldn't do this without you. Yeah. Sweet. You guys got anything?
Smash that like button and enable notifications with the bell icon.
Come to Emily's playwriting final.
Like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
7.
Cool.
I started parting my hair to the right instead of the left.
Wow.
Like between last episode and this one.
No, I just forgot to say it the last episode.
Yeah, Peter, be more observant.
It's not an observant, it's just a quality.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell which way the hair parts.
I noticed, Michael.
I know. They texted me.
Oh. Alright, well, then let's jump right into it. So, to recap. After the Tournament of Champions ended and after the battle with Ilgaroth and his fire giants was won, our party spent a little bit of time healing up and talking to various folks around before heading off to track down the remaining members of the giant clan and perhaps try to parlay with them and find out what they were doing. They made their way out there and were immediately met with the unconscious form of one of the Outrider Knights, Rurthon Havabith.
Bless you.
Thank you. Heroth took the unconscious form home, but not before making Kira an Outrider Knight. They went the rest of the way, found an empty camp, empty save but Kay, the cripple they had met at dinner theater and that had helped Wallace on his boat adventure. Kay informed them that G and Andy Johnson, the 17-year-old Lion Knight, had been taken by the rest of the giants who were going to attack the city by boat. They rushed back and prepared defenses both at the port and the opposite side of the city, but not before Wallace and Deirdre made their way out onto the boat to find G holding the deceased form of Andy, saying that they had killed him to send a message that the giants were headed south to look for a new home. We left off as Oliver, Wallace, Deirdre, and G were making their way to the other gate to inform... And Tapper. To inform the defenses there that they may not have to worry about it. Cool. So...
Actually, can me and G escort the poor young lad's body to his home to like just do that stuff?
Yeah, you can have that way.
Yeah.
We'll go get the other ones. I'm heading to the main gate or the other gate.
Cool. So the three of you head to the other gate, and there's a veritable army waiting there, sort of getting ready for another big fight.
Can I find the prince?
Yeah, he's up on the front lines.
Prince Harold?
Yes. What is it? Did they come to the port?
No, they're not coming.
What?
Actually, they're not coming.
How do you know?
It was a distraction.
Yeah.
A distraction so they can attack this side of the city?
So they can escape. They headed south.
Andy was killed.
Who?
A lion knight.
Doesn't matter.
Well, That's unfortunate.
They wanted to send a message.
They're heading south, yeah.
They didn't want us following.
They're looking for land. They're desperate. Something along the lines of they're looking for a new home or something.
New home. They have their mountain forges up in Skimbra. What
I
more could
wonder
they
if
want?
something's happened up there.
It doesn't give them the right to come down here and kill the people they've killed.
It's true. Where's Millie and oh, Millie! And where's Kira?
The other gate.
This is the...
You're at the other gate.
No, we split up.
I went to the gate that you went to. They went to the
It's
port.
the port and the other gate. There's not another gate.
I thought there were 3 entrances.
There are, but the other one, there's just people piling corpses and stuff. No, there's no army at the gate. The other gate is the one that you had the original fight on. No one's there.
Oh, I thought there were 2 gates and the port that we could choose to go to.
No, just the other gate and the port.
Oh, okay.
Guys, well, Andy's dead. Like, really dead.
Not coming back this time.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not coming back. And giants aren't attacking. If we want some good news, they're headed south. G's okay. Deidre took him back to his house.
But hey, at least we're not sad about horse anymore, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Really bad thing to say.
I'm gonna go back to Andy's house.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably should.
We should all.
We should all probably go.
Cool. You, the first 2 to get there are G carrying the body and Deirdre. You see that there is a sort of a weird mech suit stationed outside?
Okay, so I tell G to wait outside for a second so I can kind of like drop the bomb before they see their dead son.
Makes sense. Thanks for being the one to break the news. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
Me neither, but someone's got to do it. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Hello.
You see the door swing a little bit open, and you see sort of a sly, annoying face looking out. It's Aethys, who says, "Oh, hello, what brings you here, my puke-laden muse?"
Aethys, can you get your mother and father? Are they here?
Well, my mother's been dead for a long time, and my father's out on business, so what do you want from me?
Father's on business. When will he be back?
I don't know. He leaves, he doesn't tell me, and I don't care.
Okay, would you mind sitting down for a second?
Why?
Just sit down.
Are you trying to invite yourself into my home?
Aethys, I'm sorry to say, but your brother died.
What? What do you mean?
I'm
It's
sorry to say your brother was
preposterous.
killed by the fire giants.
He wasn't even at the battlefield.
I don't know the specifics, but he was captured and killed.
I don't believe you. You're just saying this because you're all mad at me for no reason.
I'm not mad at you. I'd like you to sit down. And I kind of like gently guide him.
And he sits down and he looks a little lost and confused. He's like, there's no way, you're lying.
Okay. We have him here with us. It's going to be a big shock. I know. But I wanted to bring him home. G?
Alright. He sort of comes in and he is holding this corpse. And Aethys is like, it has to be an illusion. That's not him. He may be a stupid little runt, but he wouldn't get himself killed.
I'm so sorry. He was very brave.
Please
Give
tell
him
me
a
this
hug.
is a trick. And he doesn't
I just gave him a
respond,
hug.
he's just sort of staring at the corpse.
It's not a trick. I'm sorry.
Just leave him here. I'll send word for father.
Thank you. when you feel up to it and have to make preparations, feel free to ask for help.
He doesn't respond. He's just sort of staring at the ground.
Okay. I just leave him on the table.
Cool. And as you and G exit, you catch the rest of the party is coming in your direction. There's some commotion in the town. There's sort of an air of relief through most of it, as they don't have to fight another war with giants as people go back to their post-battle accommodations. But you and G run into the rest of the party.
I think it's best to give him some time alone.
It's probably true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hate to ask, but have you seen Kay?
Yes, she's fine.
Well, injured.
But
She would be
Alive.
with me.
yeah, she won't.
She didn't go with you. She went to go get herself. You told her to go to the temple, and that's where she went. Well, that is a little bit of light in this dark day. Well, I'm gonna go look for her. If you need me, we'll be at the temple of Paylor, I suppose.
So now what?
I don't know.
I say we're all tired, and a little rest will make us feel a lot better.
Yes, I agree.
It's probably true.
Perhaps we could find an inn or something.
Sure, I'll look.
It's not too difficult to find. The Shield Bearer's Respite is an inn pretty close to here.
Okay, everyone get some rooms.
Yeah, I guess we go.
The woman working behind the counter recognizes the two of you as tournament champions and heroes of the fight, and she gives you guys the rooms for free.
Thank you. It's very kind.
Anything for those who put their lives on the line to protect our fair city.
We didn't. Yeah.
You have a big mascara much. Other cheek. It's on your cheek.
It's
It's just really big.
It's nice. It's war paint.
You just gonna go to bed? Anything anybody wants to do before that?
Oh. I'm gonna see if I can find our, I have no idea where he is, do I? I was gonna say, I'm gonna see if I can find our vampire friend, but
You truly have no idea
I
where
have
it is.
truly no idea.
I think Oliver probably gets like a glass of wine for himself and sits for a little bit.
Oh, there's a little bar section
And
downstairs.
then I go.
Yeah, Tapper will drink.
And it's at this point it is like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But it's been a long day already.
Yeah.
Cool. You're going to bed. Tapper's going to bed.
Yeah.
Just wait out the rest of the
Deidre, Wallace, Kira, and Lily.
I like see them off to bed, but then I go to the temple so I can see if I can help with funeral preparations for the fallen warriors and stuff.
Cool. What about the 3 of you?
I'm gonna write a letter to my mom and dad.
Okay.
I'm gonna go mail my letter. I'm just gonna walk around for a while.
Wallace?
I'm gonna go to the lake.
Cool. Find a post office easily enough. It costs you 3 copper to get it sent off. If you wanna physically write that letter out and give it to me at some point, you can.
Is there a faster postage option that I can pay more money for?
You can pay 2 gold for like a really fast magically transported situation where you write it down on a piece of paper and it gets magically transposed.
I'm gonna do that one.
Cool. Wallace,
Are we drinking?
Yeah, no, Tapper's gonna try to drink his sorrows away.
Yeah, I'll drink with you.
That
I'll
makes
sit
a
with
lot
you
more
and drink.
sense.
So you Wallace, you make your way down to the dock, and people are inspecting the boat. There's a couple of guards inspecting the boat and making sure there's nothing bad on it. Your pile of clothes is still there. Anything magical that you had is there still. Anything else you burned.
Are my weapons there too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up all my weapons and my sheath of horn. Put it on. I'm like, well, I guess this is my new look.
So people, like, the guards look a little wary at you because you just look like a pirate.
They're not my clothes.
One of them does come up to you. It is the guy who let you through previously. You and Andy through when you went the first time. And he says, so, just want to say no hard feelings. I did, in fact, those pirates, they coerced me a little bit. So I see that you have come out victorious here, so I'm just going to say, I have nothing against you personally. I hope you have nothing against me.
Watch yourself.
Alright, I will.
Is anything else happening?
They're cleaning up the battlefield. They're taking down sort of the tournament stuff. As the guy running the tournament is dead, they can't really do much more of the tournament at this point.
Wait, just a logical question.
Yeah.
If I had like a pack of things, do I have that back?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh.
It's just you burned your clothes when you tried to dry them.
I did burn my clothes.
Watch episode 15 if you want to know.
I put my clothes on the dock to dry them out, and I lit a fire from underneath to try and warm them.
Oh no.
But I
Burn the dock and the clothes.
Wallace.
Hey.
So there's cleanup efforts. There's some, like, the dinner theaters and the bars are having some, like, special deals for cheap alcohol for the people who fought in the battle. The members of the Noble Folly seem to have disappeared entirely, which makes sense. It's their Thieves Guild. But things are starting to go back to normal as best they can in the wake of this. Anything you want to do?
Me still?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Where are you heading off to before I move off to somebody else?
Oh, I was just gonna like splash around and like.
Cool. Sounds good.
Great for wet.
Deirdre, you head to temple. And as
Yeah, dude.
as you get there, you see Harold sitting sort of on outside of the temple, just sitting down and waiting. How are things, Deirdre?
You could say they've been better.
Yeah. Well, they could have been a lot worse.
Exactly. So I think there's a little bit of a somber air in this town. So I think we should do a part, like, memorial funeral, part celebration. Celebrate the lives of the people we've lost, have a little fun that we won, and just whole shebang. I can help plan it. I've planned many a shebang.
I leave it entirely in your hands. I'd say you're probably going to want to talk to the prefect of this town, as I don't know anything about it. He would be the one to talk to. I'd say maybe schedule it for tomorrow night. Today, there's too much work to be done.
Yeah, 100%. Don't worry. How are you?
Been better, but I've been worse. It looks like Wirthon's going to live, which is good.
Good.
They're going to let me know when he's conscious again. These two damn cryptals walked in there recently, and, you know, Taylor won't turn any away, even though he maybe should.
Well, if you need any help, let me know.
I will, and vice versa. Man, I feel like we all came here for fun, and this didn't turn out that much fun.
Well, give it a couple days or weeks. We'll have some fun. I'll plan it.
Alright, well, I'd suggest going to talk to the prefect, if you want to be in charge of that.
I'm on my way.
Alright. Does anybody else have anything they're doing or should we just go straight to prefect?
Go prefect.
So you make your way up to this. It's like a decent house. It's not great. You knock on the door, and the door opens, and there's like a very nervous-looking Fire Genasi there with his little flame mustache. He's like, "Hello. How can I help you?
Hi,
Is everything okay? B, are you with the people that wanted a trebuchet? Because we don't have one. And say hello."
Hi, Deirdre. I don't know anything about a trebuchet, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
I was sent by the prince.
Oh yes, Lord Hiira. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He put me in charge of a little memorial / celebration the next day
Okay. Yeah.
to honor those who have fallen. So I'm in charge of that. So I need to talk to you.
Yes. No, you can do that. I give you free reign. Go for it. Before you spend too much money, though, please let me know, because I do have to make sure that we don't run out of money.
That's why. Why don't you be my little buddy for the day? I'll say.
Oh, I'm afraid I have a lot to deal with in the wake of this today, so I can't. I don't have the time to follow you around. I have a city to recover and run.
Okay, I'll make a list. I'm thinking fireworks.
Yes.
I'm thinking either very cheap or free booze for all. You know.
Well, we have a lot left over from the additional days of the tournament celebration. I'm sure we could put that to good use here.
Amazing. I'm thinking beautiful wreaths memorializing the fallen. I'm thinking.
I'd say go talk to druids if you can find them who could make that for you.
I'm sure I can find one in this city. Let's think. Ooh, we have big plans ahead of us. You and me.
Oh, good. We'll fast forward this one.
Yeah.
Anything else before people go to sleep?
Jugglers!
I'm gonna wait up for Millie to come back.
I'm gonna send a second letter, but give me a second to read it for you.
Let's say you sent a... we can,
I'm paying the gold thing.
You can do the show. Cool. Just write it after.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
Look.
Should I?
Oh. Should I go? Maybe.
I'll go.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. I was thinking tomorrow we should probably go visit your friend, right?
I mean, that's what I have to, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna need to tell everyone, right? I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dad will tell everyone.
Sounds good. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Should I go talk
All right. Well. Good night.
Night, Oliver.
Okay. You go up to bed. You finish writing your letter. All right. So you get the plans made, Deirdre. Pretty. Yeah. It becomes evening time fairly quickly.
Message.
So Wallace, after you're splashing in the lake, anything, or are you just going back to bed?
Just going back.
And Deirdre, once you
Like
finish,
a duck.
planning, it's you know.
Okay, so after I finish, I'm putting into contract the circus. I go back to the tavern.
Cool. You find, it's kind of a festive attitude in the tavern, the downstairs of the tavern, just because people are like happy to be alive and not being attacked by giants anymore.
I sing some rousy drinking songs.
Cool. You spend your evening doing that before you find yourself exhausted with a lot of suitors, and you head your way to bed. Cool.
And I prepare my dress.
Cool. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
All right. Well, morning comes, but not before. Tapper, you are awoken by a hand sort of shaking your shoulder. At this point, it's like 3 in the morning. There's a very, very messy vampire standing over her bed. Hey.
Hey,
Fredo.
buddy. I got something for you.
What?
All right. I pick it up and I hold it behind my back. I'm like, I'm gonna give this to you, and then I'm gonna leave.
It's a jar of blood, my friend. You don't have to hold it behind your back. I can smell it.
All right then. It's for you?
I actually came in here because I smelled a bunch of blood in one place, and I didn't even know it was your room. But it's nice that it's your room.
I don't like that you're sneaking into people's rooms looking for blood.
Oh, well, sorry about that, I guess.
Listen, here's the agreement. Right, I'll give you that, so you don't take my blood, right? You
I wasn't really planning on doing that, my friend.
That's what I'm trying to make sure of right there. And my friend's blood is all stays in them and whatnot.
Haha, if they're lucky. Here's the thing. Here's the thingy dingy. I don't know what's going on in this town.
Honestly, Robin,
Did they? I assume since you guys are all alive that you got rid of those little mini giants.
well, the town's still here, so.
Ah!
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? We are not the two people who should be figuring things out, I don't think.
No. But I do have something for you. And he reaches into his back pocket and he pulls out a necklace that is made of strange silver. Like it's silver, but it's not like any silver you've ever seen before. It's like too lustrous and yet like weirdly porous. He says, so I was asking around earlier tonight about people who don't have their memories, and I met up with a gentleman who seems to know you.
What's his name?
He called himself Smith.
Yeah, we met briefly.
Yeah, so this was his.
You stole it off of him.
You could say that. So...
Is he?
I talked to him a little bit. I talked to that guy a little bit. He was not a very nice man, and he would not
asshole.
He would
Even
not
before he
give
lost
me
his
the
memory.
drinks that I wanted to drink, which I thought was frankly quite rude.
You were trying to get blood.
Is that not
not a
so
drink.
much I can ask for?
No, that's not a thing.
Feels like a
to
drink
do.
to me.
No, see, I'm trying to help you out here, but that's most
Very
people
tasty.
are
And
not.
he sort of uncorks it and takes a swig of the fire giant blood.
I take a step back as he does so.
Hey! Oh, you think I'm gonna bite you?
Right, no, I don't want you to go into a frenzy.
Alrighty, Roo. So, but before we got that, he told me that when he woke up after getting his memories taken away, that was handed to him by a hooded figure. That is all I remember getting out of him before I got something else out of him.
You killed him.
He gives you a big old toothy grin and his big old fangs.
I mean, so you killed him.
Oh, no. I knocked him out and drank only a little bit of his blood.
You know, that's
I don't want people to know that I'm murdering people around
I mean, it's
here.
rather humane of you, and also fuck that guy.
Yeah, but he was not very nice. He's gonna have an iron deficiency per any
Listen, you should have heard about him before he lost his memories.
So, yeah, he seems to have come from the east, and he had that necklace. He said he knew you, so I thought I'd give it to you. We're all in the interest of getting our sweet, sweet memories back, so I figured connect as many dots as I could.
Right, you have any idea what this is?
No, not in the slightest. He told the guy told him to pawn it for money, but he didn't. He held on to it because it's got a little weird thing about it.
Yeah, no, there's something strange about this.
But he says when you put it on, it sort of tugs at your neck a little bit. It seems to try to go somewhere.
I'm not gonna put it on.
Oh, all right.
Not yet, anyway.
Suit yourself. Thank you for the blood. Please don't leave town without me.
What?
We gotta stick together.
You're coming with us?
Is that alright? Can I do that?
I mean, I'll need to consult with the rest of my...
No. You seem like the brains of the operation here.
You
seem like the brains of the operation here.
I'm not the brains of the operation. I'm the heart of the operation.
That's even better. Because there's not a lot of blood up there, but there's a lot of blood down here. Ever since I learned I was a vampire again, I've been really leaning into it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it makes me very uncomfortable, I gotta say.
Well, alrighty, Roo, then I am going to find some livestock. And he just jumps out the window.
Oh, wait, the necklace. Oh god, I'm fucked. I will wait until my compatriots wake up. I'm full rested.
You're resting at this point, yeah.
Yeah, what do you do for those extra 4 hours every night?
Practice. Or drink.
So no difference. There is no
Tai Chi.
difference.
Cool. So, morning comes. You all wake up feeling pretty refreshed, though quite sore. Ow. What do people want to do?
Oliver,
Well, are you going down into the...
I want to go find Oliver.
To his room, cool.
I have my dagger, and I'm shaving my beard.
Poorly, you're definitely a little bit cut.
Oh, what? Yes?
Your electric dagger?
I come in.
It's electric razor!
It's an electric razor.
Huh?
Can I come in?
Sure.
I need you to identify something for me.
Okay, what is it?
It's this.
Oh, where'd you get that?
I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry. I don't quite know where it came from.
Where did you get it?
Well, our vampire friend visited me.
Oh, how was he?
Oh, he's doing all right. You know, he seems to be getting blood from non-lethal sources.
Oh, that's good.
Which is,
did you give him the vial?
I did. He seemed happy about that.
Good.
Hopefully, he wants to come with us. He wants to travel with us. And,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know.
No, I'm not. I don't like that.
Talk to the other ones.
Right, because my problem with it is we'd have to travel at night. That's my real problem with it.
Yeah,
That's the
also
problem.
he's
right?
a vampire, right? So.
Well, there is, yes.
Yeah.
That hasn't caused us problem yet. That's been a benefit so far.
I guess so. Yeah, why don't you talk to the other ones? I'm not particularly in favor of it, but if he comes, he comes.
We'll see what happens.
Alright, 10 minutes. I'll be with you.
Got it.
See ya.
Ritual.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Cool, so you ritually cast it. It is a... It's hard, you don't get any sort of name off it, but its enchantment has it slightly tugged towards its owner at all times.
I put it on.
Put it on. It seems like nothing happens, but then you feel a little bit of tension on this side of your neck as it sort of
So I turn that way and just sort of...
No, there's a little bit of tension on the back of your neck. It doesn't seem to be like floating out anywhere, but you can kind of feel where it wants you to go.
Cool.
He hears a knock on the door.
Yes? Tappa? Oh.
Oliver, I have something for you to identify.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That necklace I found.
I was actually about to say I was gonna do that. 10 minutes. I'll be here.
Thank you.
It is hard. You're not very strong. It's like a lot. You get the sense that the orb itself is the magical part of this.
Cool.
It's not
I'm focusing on the.
Cool. 10 minutes pass. It is an orb of brilliant radiance. It casts out, when shattered, it casts out a large sphere of light that blinds people for a minute. I'll give you the stat sheet when
I put it back in. Oh yeah, Deidre, I have your necklace.
Oliver?
Yes.
Could you identify that thing I won in the tournament, please?
What'd you win in the tournament?
That
Mantle.
Mantle.
Yeah, can you bring it here?
I have it with me. I don't know, of course, to put it on.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. 10 minutes, right? And then I'll be back with you.
Anybody else? Because I really want to continue.
No, I am going to continue at the
great.
end of the 10
Great,
minutes.
you
Alright, I got 10 minutes on the saddle.
Cool. So you go 10 minutes. It is Arathis' mantle. Basically, while you are attuned to the saddle, its user can place it on the back of any large or larger creature with less than 10 intelligence. Any creature who is willing is immediately put under the effects of the saddle. If not willing, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw, opposing the user's handle animal check. If the creature wins, it immediately becomes hostile to the user. But if the user wins, the creature becomes their soul-bound mount. The user can, as an action, summon or desummon the mount to and from a pocket dimension within the saddle. The mount retains its stats, and if it dies, it dies.
If it dies, the saddle die?
No, the
big
mount.
deal.
The mouth does.
Yeah.
Not
It doesn't just
so
sort of bounce back in.
Yeah, Kira, I'm all done with your
Hi.
set. Hey, all this?
I've got something for you
Did
to
I identify?
identify.
What?
What is it?
Open the door. Is it my pants? I'm mooning him.
Oliver kneels down and goes, oh, actually? Okay, he starts identifying.
10 minutes, right?
Right. He has no idea. It's a joke. Right, okay, 10 minutes.
Are you going to stand there running him for 10 minutes? At the end of 10 minutes, the ass, while very impressive, is not magical.
But it doesn't quit for those 10 minutes.
So, you, This is just your ass.
Now you're getting it.
Motherfucker.
Is there anybody else? I shout like down the stairs into the tavern. Is there anybody else that needs anything else to identify? Anybody? Going once. Cool.
Just once.
Just once.
The door's open.
You got that
No.
necklace for me?
Oh yes, I do.
Right, I asked you to identify it.
Right. It seems that it will it's consistently looking for its
Oliver,
owner.
do you have my necklace?
Yes, one moment please, Deidre. So it will pull in the direction of the owner.
Interesting.
That's all I can do for you. I tried it on, it's a little...
Well, that holds up with what our vampire friend said.
Did he tell you who the owner was?
Well, he said he stole it from Smith at the bar. But Smith said that when he wore it, it
Smith,
pulled...
your ex...
Right, oust as I knew him.
Right.
However, Smith said when he wore it, that it pulled, so it's not Smith's.
Interesting. Perhaps we should...
Tapper's gonna put it on.
Cool. You put it on. Yeah, and you feel a bit of a pull.
Feel
on this
that?
side of your neck.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Or be on this side of your neck because you're facing each other. Yeah.
Interesting. And I have no idea where it's pulling to.
You make an intelligence check about cardinal directions it's pulling in.
I'm super worried about that.
Deidre,
Yes.
so the effect that we saw happen with the giant, that blinding effect, it seems that when
Yeah.
shattered, this stone will do that.
Cool.
Could come in
Can I take the
handy.
stone off?
Yeah, can we remove the stone?
Yeah,
from
it's
the-
not that. It's like got a little thing on it that screws it
How
into the
big would
necklace.
it be without the necklace?
I mean, it's the size of it. It's two. You got it two-handed. It's
Cool.
pretty big.
We can throw away the necklace. It's really just iron.
Okay. How do you want to store this? You want to just put it in your bag?
Sure, works for me.
Cool.
So you're just leaving a giant iron chain
In my
in
room.
your room?
Yep.
Housekeeping's like, oh, not again. Not again.
People always leaving their giant iron chains
And
around.
finally, Kira, it seems that this...
Oh, the wall, the
Yeah.
wall, the wall, the wall.
I'll get you the item sheet. I have it. I just didn't print it out.
So yeah, pocket dimension and all that.
That's really nifty.
Do you want it back, or do you want me to hang on to it? Or?
Can you just put it in
Yep.
the bag for now?
Can I also
Identify?
reach into the bag of holding
Mhm.
and just like think gold and just take a solid hand chunk?
And you now have a hand chunk of gold in your hand.
Can I put it down and just keep doing that and just see?
Sure. Yeah.
How many hand chunks?
Let's go for a while.
Is it over 15 minutes of doing this consistently?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Takes a long time, but eventually you come up with less.
Less and less.
And then
Okay.
you get nothing.
Cool.
You have a big old pile of gold in front of you.
While he's been taking it out, I've been counting.
20,000.
20,000. Okay.
Did you get that from the tournament?
Yes.
That's
For winning the tournament, remember?
You won the tournament.
I won the tournament.
You did win the tournament.
Wait. You?
Won the tournament.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How?
I don't know. I'm good, I guess.
It's a good guess.
Thank you, Deidre.
No, I said it's a good guess.
No, I know. Thank you. That means a lot.
Alright, well,
Anyways, what's our plan?
Our
maybe
plan
I'm a little bit
It's
slow.
a party.
Party.
Oh,
A
well,
That's right, you planned a party.
Deirdre.
maybe
And
I'm
the
a
whole
little...
thing, city's paying for it.
Probably 9 a.m.
I have something I need to bring to the attention of our little group here. Our vampire
So
friend.
you're just in the hallway of this inn right now.
Yeah.
Our
Vampire friend?
He's not there.
It's in.
Yeah, Millie's in a room still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in.
Well, right, our kitten friend wants to
I have a
travel.
lot of questions already.
Look, we met a vampire. He seems friendly enough. He wants to travel with us when we leave.
Yeah, not crazy about
How
that.
do we get into our room?
Yeah,
Should we get Millie?
I suppose.
I guess.
Alright, nah. We'll leave her out of this.
So are you gonna get Millie or are you just going into a room?
Go get Millie.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Millie's door.
Why don't just all go in her room?
We all knock on Millie's door.
What?
We were talking about what we're doing.
But I was sleeping.
Well, it's
9.
it's
9
9
a.m.
a.m.
Yeah, it's...
I've been up for hours.
Yes, come in.
Cool.
So we're all in there. Okay, so I was visited by a vampire friend
Three
the other day.
ghosts, what?
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 3 ghosts.
Past, present, and future, what?
3 ghosts.
Alcoholics, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
No, I was visited by a vampire friend again last night. He wants to travel with us when we leave.
Okay.
Assuming. I didn't think that was going to be that easy, but I have no problem with it. It's just we have to
Can
travel.
climb in the bag of holding.
I don't think we can do that.
Yes, we
I
can.
don't think that's a thing we can do.
Our DM did research. Yes, we can.
Fascinating.
By the way, guys, we also have 20,000 gold in here. Well, I have 20,000 gold, but we have 20,000 gold. So, he
That's
can
good.
sit on the gold.
I don't think that's how that works.
Cool.
I don't know how that works.
I assume it's all just one. Is it, like, instead of a bag of holding, is it just, like, a dimension where everything's just landing on the ground?
No one's ever been inside a bag of holding and come back out, so.
Over, no.
Putting one foot in and then realizing like you can't
Get it
get
back
the
out.
rest of the foot.
You just live it. The bag holding on your foot.
Yeah, he seems trustworthy.
I mean, he
doesn't
hasn't.
have any memories or.
He hasn't killed anyone yet. He did drink someone's blood last night. He did.
Don't we all?
Did he kill him?
No, he didn't kill him. It was that.
Alright,
It
I'm
was,
chill with that.
Also, if he bites us, we're vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
fun.
want that.
Oh.
you seem strangely more relaxed than you were last time we talked about this.
My memories haven't fully come back yet. I'm still drowsy.
All right.
Well, if you're looking for someone who's not relaxed about this, you can look right here, because, what?
He's fine. He's doing the same thing we're looking for.
Now, speaking of memories, he also said he's been trying to look for other people who are missing their memories. He didn't find any that we didn't already know about. We found a bartender, Smith.
And drank his blood.
Oh, that's the. He's an asshole.
It was an asshole anyway.
He's not dead. It's fine.
Hey, he's alive. He's fine.
Does that mean he's a vampire?
No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
I don't know.
How does it work?
I thought it was just a bite, and
It's an
it's like...
exchange of blood, right? Is that the way it works in D&D? Should I
Somebody
roll?
can make
I'm gonna roll.
Medicine
I'll
check
roll.
for intelligence.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
18.
20, not
20,
natural.
22.
Cool. So I don't know if you would have ever gotten this information. Yeah, you would have. So yeah, you know that there's a difference between vampires and vampire spawn. Vampires can make vampire spawn out of people, but it involves them killing those people and then exchanging their blood.
Yeah, you got me too.
Oh, so if you're a vampire, you're born that way?
Sometimes.
So is he...
Well, you remember Kay called him a higher vampire.
But he's a high vampire.
Like, pipe dries or...
I don't know, just something I heard.
Oh.
I mean, he does seem to have a memory loss issue. Can be.
So he lost his memory. He's a high vampire. What if he gets his memories back and he's evil and he kills us?
Yeah.
What? How many? There's 6 of us.
Well, hang on.
Sorry.
But also, I mean, you know, even if you're evil, you can be reasoned with. You know.
And if he gets his memory back, he would remember that we helped him.
Hiira,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
what do you think about this?
What does it matter?
Listen,
Yes, angst.
Character development.
Yes, angst. Yes, angst.
No.
I'd rather
Okay.
have the vampire on our side because he seems pretty dead set on coming. I'd rather have him on our
Yeah,
side. than
he
against
would
us,
like
so.
to.
Yeah, if he
travel
gets his
with
memories
us.
back, maybe we'll have been so friendly and he'll remember
Right.
that. And,
He won't kill us.
Yeah, it won't kill us.
Hopefully, maybe.
I don't know.
And if he kills us,
Then we're dead.
then
Then
we're, yeah.
No,
well,
see,
what's not
you're
what's
the
not
only
that?
one who's okay with that, right? The rest of us are not so much. Actually, maybe Kira. I'm a little worried.
well, yeah.
Are you okay? Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess he's coming with us then. Where did
Okay, we keep saying coming with us, but do we know
Right,
where we're
right,
going?
yeah,
I know I
right.
have a plan, but I don't know you guys.
Didn't we? Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't really following along. Was there a mission we were supposed to do?
There are a lot of things we're supposed to do. We could either take Brandon up to the meeting of the kings. We could either.
That's not for another month.
Another month. Okay, so that's something on the long.
Wait, take who?
You
Brandon!
also don't remember being assigned to do that.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
We could.
You do remember Brandon. You don't remember saying bye to Brandon.
You guys remember Brandon?
Yeah, like.
Whatever happened to
I
Brandon?
don't know.
I wonder if
There's
Nero
the whole
knows.
memory chest thing, but we don't have that physically on us. We entrusted
Oh,
to our
what?
Sorologium friend.
No, you were here for that.
Yeah, you were here.
Remember
We lost our memories with-
mechanical god.
We have the chest now.
Yeah.
There is that. I think the next. I don't know about it.
We have a party tonight.
There's a party tonight.
Memorial.
That's right. Well, a memorial
Memorial
celebration.
celebration.
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't you have a meeting? Do I know?
You don't know
I don't
about
know
that.
what
Nobody
that
knows
means.
about that. And that's all we have to do. And that's all we have to do.
Maybe we could all just speak honestly with each other for once. What do you think?
Nah. Oh. Okay.
This is all flying over my
Wallace
head.
said, I have things to take care of that really don't need to involve everyone, but Olive wants to involve everybody in them. I'd rather everybody else stay far away and safe.
So Oliver, what's happening?
Millie, are we ever safe?
No,
Come
but you're
on.
safer.
Not really my place to say, and it's not that I want to involve everyone so much as I want to make sure that Millie's safe because I care about her a lot, you know. But she doesn't really seem to get that. Cause she,
You know, because she
So-
thinks that her opinion is the only right one. Yeah.
That's not true, but there are two people in the party like that. So,
I'm gonna
So
go.
the party's gonna have jugglers?
Oh, really? Jugglers! Will I be drinking at the party?
Oh, can I help with the party?
I'm leaving.
It's already done. Thank you, Wallace.
Oh, I'm very good at crafts. Do you want me to make a wreath?
Honestly, Wallace, yes. I forgot to find a druid. So, would you like to make some wreaths to represent our fallen comrades?
oh
no.
yeah.
I would love to.
Thank
Kira,
you.
as you are out, you sort of bump into Nero, who seems to be looking around and knocking on doors. He's like, "Oh, are the rest of you in here?
They're in there.
Are you alright? Oh, okay. Bye. Hey,
Hi, Nero.
Nero!
is Kira alright?
Hi, Nero.
She's
I do
shaken from yesterday.
I think
I don't blame her.
we're all sort of
I heard about the kid
Yeah.
yeah.
And the horse.
and the horse. He turns and he closes the door. Alright, I got some word back from the Sorologium. Not really anything that could help us in this particular moment, but word on the Silver Citadel. That situation happened in the east. Basically what happened is an army of vampire spawn attacked a very long ruined castle, Caer Sanguith, and another set of vampire spawn burst forth from it, creating a big old battle between the undead forces, which will be fine except for there are lots of towns in the Breeze Glade in the area around this ruined castle. So key members of the Citadel are sorting it out, and they most likely won't be done fully until the Conan Armada in a month. So thought I'd update you on that one.
Do you remember Brandon?
The halfling that he's friends with Averth.
Whatever happened to him?
He's running a store in Bettlenest.
Oh, he got his store!
Good for him.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean you helped him get that store. It was a haunted house.
Well, good for us then.
with ruins.
Well, we will remember. I
Yeah.
remember the haunted house.
Yeah.
That
So you
is-
cleared out those ruins, and now he's got that house going on.
Our kitten friend was looking for memory losters. Oh wait, I'm not there.
You are there.
You are there.
I thought I was making wreaths.
No, you talked about it, and then he burst it. He walked in.
Yeah, you were with us.
And we are memory losters.
Didn't I talk
Yeah.
about this a minute ago?
yeah.
Oh, maybe you did.
Are you still losing memories? Because that could be a problem.
No, I'm Bullis.
Oh,
Tapper!
I don't know if this is a joke or not.
Alright, I'm
Insight.
uncomfortable, to be totally honest. I just thought I'd let you know what's going on.
Well.
Just move on.
I guess I'm here also on word from Averth. Anytime you want to use the chest, he's determined it won't kill you if you open it. He'd still feel more comfortable if you didn't open it ever, but if you feel like you need to, he said he can get it to you whenever you want.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm hearing is, you're here for the party.
Well, no, I actually have an assignment. I gotta head out, so this is
That's
also sort of
okay.
a quick goodbye.
But I'm making reeds.
And I'm sure it'll be wonderful,
They're like-
Wallace. Wow. You drew druid crafting this?
I don't have druidcraft.
Then you can't do that.
Well, maybe I have some stuff in my pocket.
Okay. You have some sand and seashells in your pocket. The pocket that isn't yours.
You can't make a wreath out of sand.
Watch me. I'm really bad at doing this because I don't have druidcraft.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to make wreaths.
I figured. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, if you need anything from me, I don't have an easy way to get in contact with me, but I'll be around. Trouble seems to find you folks pretty easily, so I have a feeling I'll
It
be
really
sitting down
does.
with
It really does.
And if you find your way to the Konangar Mesa, we can connect up there in a month.
If we're alive in a month.
Nah, you guys, you've been through some serious shit. I think you could survive another month.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how that
Well,
goes.
I'll head out, but listen, you got a somber mood going on here, but without you guys, this city wouldn't be here, so you should feel good about that.
Thank you, Nero.
Adios. And he tips his hat, particularly at you, and then he leaves.
Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe in, in, in.
Does he really have something to do, or does he not want to go to my party?
Kira, as you've left, where are you going?
I was gonna go to the temple.
You go up to the temple and you can see that Heroth is asleep, sitting on the ground with his head resting against the temple wall outside.
Oh, yes, poor. Okay.
You head in?
Yeah.
Cool. You head in. You see a lot of wounded in here, sort of resting up on they've turned the pews of this temple into little makeshift cots that people are on. You see G and K both sort of sitting off to one side, talking in hushed tones to each other, as well as what seems to be the main priest of the place, telling other younger-looking priests what to do and pointing them in directions. It's a calm and tranquil and sort of relieved air in here, as the people here aren't dead because of the fact that they're here. As you enter, the priest, who is an older half-elven gentleman, he's got long gray hair and just sort of wrinkles, laugh lines. He says, "Welcome, my child. What brings you to the Temple of Palor?"
I just need some space.
It's a bit crowded at the moment, but if you would like to use one of our prayer gardens out back,
Thank you.
they are open. And sort of direct. He beckons over probably like a 12-year-old human girl who she's dressed in the robes of the clergy, and she takes you by the hand and walks you out to a door, opens it. And says, "You can use it as long as you like. Just let us know when you're done."
Yeah.
Are you Kira of Burke?
It's just Burke.
You're really cool. My dad says you're a hero. So, have a good pray. May Palor's light shine upon you. And she closes the door. It's a small, it's an indoor, it's a walled space with a glass roof, and there is a single tree growing in the room. The floor is dirt, and there's small bushes and flowers, and the place seems magically sort of temperature controlled. It's rather warm in here, so these things won't die.
Outdoor air conditioning is what I'm hearing.
Well, it's indoor. It's a walled-in place with glass roof. I described an enclosed area. It just looks like it's outdoor because.
Exactly.
All right.
This is the dream.
And you can see that the sun the sun, while not super strong and bright today, is shining down and refracting slightly through the glass to make sort of a nice pattern of light on the ground.
Cool.
Is there anything you want to particularly do, or are you just gonna try to?
Yeah, just the vague praying.
Make a religion check.
Reflection.
If you nat one on a religion check, do you get struck by lightning?
11.
11. You sit there and you pray, and you're not like. There's something about this room. You don't know if it's like the actual like magic keeping it warm or the way that the sun reflects through the glass, but it does feel like someone is hearing what you're saying or thinking. It doesn't seem like a force that will respond or really do anything about it, but it seems like your prayers aren't going on deaf ears. Got a strange sense of that. Cool. The two of you are working on party setup, right?
By the way, out of the game, my mom popped in and asked if she could guest star sometime, so.
Get Melody Massey on the show.
We should just do a mom's episode. Aww. We all make our moms.
Mother's Day.
Ange would thrive.
That's not a bad idea.
My mom would hate it.
I think my mom
I
might.
know right now.
My mom wouldn't get it at all.
It's a 50-50. It could go either way.
We might do something like that.
No, it's Dad's episode.
We'll make my mom DM.
Wayne would rock it.
You know Mike. Hi, Mike would love it. Hey,
Like
Mike.
the most open-minded parent episode.
Yeah. Cool. So, what are you guys up to, the two of you? Party decorations. You were desperately trying to make wreaths.
I'm making wreaths and like I feel like I think I'm doing a really good job, but they're just a mess.
Yeah.
I'm watching and I like pull someone aside who's like someone. I'm like, hey, can you just pass around the town that if you want to make a wreath for a fallen comrade, do it because we're gonna need extra.
Of course. Yeah. Well,
And I'm like,
that's a good idea.
Nice to
like,
meet you,
you
someone.
I've just finished a particularly heinous one, and I'm like, look, I made another.
And I think, Wallace, that is so lovely. They will
got,
love that.
It's got like
so
dead
much.
fish.
Yeah, rotting fish.
Fish hooks.
Your computer's not
I'm
charging.
erecting,
Last
tents,
stuff.
Battery's
all that
low.
good stuff.
There's a charger on the ground. Cool. Yeah, cool. That's good. That's good.
Fireworks.
I'm like, do you want me to help with other decorations too?
Wallace, I think we need more wreaths. They
Okay.
look so good.
Tapper. Let's go Tapper first.
Yeah, I've got this necklace on. I want to walk through the city and see if I can figure out where it's pulling to. Specifically going to start by going to Smith's tavern.
You walk to Smith's Tavern.
Have it under my clothes in case
Yeah.
he sees it.
You get the distinct direction now that you're outside and you can see the sun. It is pulling east.
Pulling east?
It is pulling sort of southeast.
Okay. So, Mealdor,
Maybe.
if I remember correctly?
Yeah, but you're on the west, like the west coast right
Okay.
now, so you got a whole country. Nildor is fairly, like, as east as you get, so.
How long did it take Tapper to get over here?
Like a long time.
I didn't realize it was this far from home.
You make your way over to the tavern, which is Ost's, or Smith's place. You gonna go in?
I mean, is it pulling towards?
Yeah.
Okay, then no. Cool. Wouldn't even bother.
Cool.
Just trying to figure out what's going on here.
Sure. Two of you.
I mean, I stayed in my room.
Yeah, he was in there too.
Yeah, I know. Do you leave?
What are you up to?
I don't know. I was just gonna chill for a bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Where are you headed, Oliver?
For a walk,
Cool, just around.
I guess.
Alright.
As soon as he's gone, I'm gonna try to get all the tavern without anybody seeing me.
Alright, make a stealth check. 18. You feel pretty successfully stealthy at that, and you sort of armor up.
You walk right past Oliver, and he's just like,
Yeah. It's a brisk day out.
Yeah.
I assume I know where you're headed.
Yeah.
Cool. You make your way over to that part of town, the fancy bit of town over by the lake. You come to a familiar door. After a minute, it swings open, and you see Bartleby standing there in all his muscular glory. He says, been expecting you. Made the right choice.
I walk in.
You walk in, and he steps out and closes the door. And for a minute, look around, and you hear a voice coming from inside. You're in sort of the foyer, into the living room where you met up with Johan previously. Voice that says, is it you, Millie, darling? Come on in.
Yeah. I walk in.
You walk in, and there's an armchair faced away from you, looking
Very dramatic.
out over the lake. And you see a hand with very dark, sort of almost like dark brown, almost charred looking skin that says, that waves like this and says, pull up a chair, Millie, we've got some stuff to discuss. You pull up, and as you look around the armchair, you see the prefect of Hiira, Easton Warcock. No longer sort of a bluthering, scared man, but sitting, legs crossed, a glass of wine in one hand, and his flaming mustache sort of curled up. Oh, what, surprised to see me? You didn't think Bartleby was in charge of this operation, did you?
I mean, I was truly surprised that someone of his caliber would be able to run it.
And that is the point. So, I'd like to thank you, first off, for giving me such a brilliant business opportunity. If you hadn't asked Bartleby, then the Noble Folly couldn't have saved the day yesterday. So, you've given me some legitimacy that I didn't think I'd have before. That being said, I've lost a lot of men. How do you propose to repay me for the labor you've caused me?
How do I propose?
Yes, I'm fair. I'd like to hear your ideas.
Well, I don't know. I've lost a lot at your hands, too.
Yes, not nearly quite as much fiscally or in terms of labor, though. I lost 15 good fighting men yesterday. I don't think you lost 15 of yourself. Now it's only rational.
Alright. What do you want?
Well, I am very disappointed in your lack of creativity here. You could really get a good deal with me going here. I'm quite reasonable. If you suggest some things, you might get off easy. I may be reasonable, but I also will con you out of pretty much your entire life if you let the terms be up to me.
I mean...
What can you give me?
What can I give you?
That is worth not only the costs of the things that I had to pay yesterday, but also from the multiple times you've inconvenienced me.
I don't have much at all.
No, I don't want things.
I know how to do that.
I want favors.
Favors. Labor. A contact. I'm sincerely disappointed in your creativity. I thought the daughter of the Silver Citadel would be able to provide a little bit more than this.
To be fair, I thought I was going to be talking to Bartleby.
Yes,
I'm a little taken aback right now.
No, of course, and I totally understand. It's not every day that you see a skinny, bluthering little wuss running one of the, if not the finest Eve guild in this fair nation.
One of.
Got the tongue of a cat, just like your mother.
No, you know my mother.
Who doesn't know your mother? Your mother's the most famous woman in the world.
I thought that was an insult.
Your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's a whole.
Your mother's a hoe.
I mean, that is true.
I know
That
plenty about your family, except for your younger brother. He's just doing some. And your older brother? Your older brother's the one who's being a fool and trying to save the world, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't care much for him. But the rest of them.
You do bring up a very excellent point now. My mother is the most famous woman in the world,
Yeah,
and
just
my
about.
father is arguably the most famous man in the world.
Yes.
And now I know who you are.
Oh, do you though?
I know where your base of locations is.
Do you though? You wouldn't think I'm such a fool as to play all of my cards down. In this meeting with someone who I know is nothing but a troublemaker. No. I wouldn't recommend telling many people about this. I don't think it'd go well for you.
For me.
No. I have nothing to lose here.
That's funny. Neither do I.
That's quite literally untrue.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How so?
You have friends, you have family, you have a life. Your mother and father may be the most powerful men and women in the world, but no one's powerful when they're sleeping.
I'll keep that in mind.
What can you give me
What
before
can
I
give you?
just force you to give me what I want?
Well,
I'm trying to open up.
alright, tell me what you want.
You sure you want to play it this way?
I'll make my proposal based off of yours.
You give me a proposal first, and I will tell you whether or not it's acceptable. This is how this works. And frankly, my patience is wearing thin.
I don't know. What? I'll do a job for you? Is that what you want to hear?
One job? Don't think that will be enough. Here's this beautiful opportunity that you have supplied to us could grant us some real legitimacy in the world of Caerleone.
What, you want to be a mouthpiece for the folly?
I would love something like that. I don't want you to go around spreading,
Just wear a little t-shirt all the time.
Here, the
just
folly. It's
yelling
great.
about my fees.
I
with
love the folly.
What's
But you've been chumming it with the prince, have you not?
Tangential to kill giants.
Outside of
And
it.
your
Bless you.
parents have quite a bit of
Follow.
power. And so if somebody such as yourself was to sing the praises of the noble folly in the right circles, I suppose, that could give us a bit of a bump up in status over those damn shadow dwellers and snakes.
You think that I will say anything good about the noble folly?
Well, I think if you don't, many bad things will happen to you.
Alright.
I'm glad to hear that we have a deal. And your hand immediately begins to burn.
Oh my god.
And he holds on tight.
I'm going to say, I guess we'll find out what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
What does that even mean? And you look at your hands,
Jesus.
and the symbol of the noble folly,
That's cool.
which is a laughing face with a crown, has been branded onto your palm.
Millies and millions.
Hey,
We got off easy.
I'll add it to the collection.
It'll be in touch. No leave.
I leave?
And as you go out, you see Bartleby watering some flowers out front, and he says, "Pleasure doing business with you, Millicent Castle."
For such a big man, you are quite small. In no way.
That one was a little bit.
The door opens and you hear him say, "Did she say some dumb shit to you too?" The door closes.
I don't know. I hate them all.
Cool. So, does anybody have anything to do before anything they want to do before we head off to the memorial?
I'd like to purchase gloves.
Purchase gloves, 2 silver.
Okay.
Just leather gloves, yeah.
I'm sending my letter
Can I-
to my
Cool.
rent.
So it's 3 copper for just normal sending and 2 gold for like a quick instant send.
Dude, 2 gold.
Can I find some like street food, like falafel or something?
Ooh, I want to know this.
A halal cart or something?
Yeah, we've got a like a Euro stand.
One, please.
Hey, which one? Do you want the spicy beef or do you want the normal beef?
Well, you know me, spicy beef.
I don't know you.
I'm all of it. I won the tournament.
I'm Jeff.
Jeff, nice to meet you. And this is Tapper.
Oh, how you doing? I'll have whatever is good.
Spicy beef or normal beef?
Spicy.
All right, and he's got this big like wheel of meat that he just sort of cuts it off and puts in.
I say very loudly, hope you guys don't burn this one down too.
Whoa. I didn't burn down anyone's stores, alright?
It's an inside joke.
It's all right. Here, they're on the house. Just go on. They're real good.
I pay him anyway.
He didn't tell you how much it cost.
I just chuck a gold at him or something.
That's a lot of money, Brad.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stop telling people we burnt down a noodle stand. We were with a guy who burnt down a noodle stand.
My fatal flaw is I have no filter.
We gotta work on that with you.
Can I find him?
Yeah, they're making a fucking racket. You
Hey guys, what's up?
They're eating their fucking
Got
euros.
falafel.
We've got like,
Or euros.
there's, like sauce all over our
Yeah.
faces.
Hot
I was
knife.
having brunch, I suppose.
Ooh, now I want falafel.
Hey.
I'm hungry
Can
now.
I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure. Can Tapper say?
What are we doing?
Hey, is there anywhere nearby where there people aren't?
Go that little alley.
There's plenty of places, yeah.
Tapper's like watching them.
Yeah, you just duck into an alley and Tapper's just like,
Oh! Tapper's like, oh my god, in the middle of the day, in the middle of an alley, it's bold.
Oh,
So,
nice gloves.
thanks. I saw the Noble Folly.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why?
It went fine, didn't it?
Okay, and what happened?
I'm gonna take my glove and I'm gonna show it to him.
it's the symbol of the noble folly.
Really?
Oh, okay. Like I chose this?
No, of course I'm not saying that you chose that, but I just... We're here to help you, you know? You have...
Oliver, what are you gonna do?
I don't know,
The largest
but-
crime sentence in the world is staring you down. What are you going to do, Oliver?
Talk to him?
Yeah, who's better at that, you or me?
What's your charisma?
And like that, he realized it was D&D.
He's like,
The Truman Show beside He's climbing up the stairs
yeah?
to
Go
the edge
down
of the
the
sky. Sky stairs.
So, not the point. Look, what do you have to do? Like, what's happening?
I have to say good things about them to all.
To promote the noble family?
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, Oliver, it's not
No,
funny.
it's really funny.
No,
He's
Oliver, it's not funny.
smart on his part. Bartleby, was he...
It's the prefect.
It's the prefect.
It's not funny, Oliver.
Of course it is. Look, okay, well, this is really bad, first of all. I say we tell the rest of the group. Now, I already know what you're gonna say. And of course I'm not gonna say anything because it's your deal. Just know I will be racked with guilt. You'll have to live with that. And the rest of the party will not know. I also think that as a group we're really like we just need to be nicer to each other, you know? And personally, I don't know, my life has gotten a lot worse since I've met all of you, and
Yeah.
I think I've really been considering leaving.
Oliver, I've spent 6 years running from the Noble Folly, and since being with you, I've now been conscripted into their service. So it's really not going well for me.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not going well for any of us.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what to say. Are you okay?
No, but I will have to be.
Of course. Is there anything you need from me?
No.
Cool. We're not telling them.
When it is important, we will tell them. Right now, we should just move on.
See, I don't think that's the way a group should operate. We need to be transparent with each other. Like Kira said, we need to be open and honest or we're not going to function together. Right? I mean, look at your parents. Look at their group.
Yeah. It's really great living.
Were they like well put together and trustworthy of one another?
that's what the legends say.
Yeah, the legends say that they're well put together and trustworthy, so
I'm glad that you're functioning off of legends. They're my parents, and it's always great to be compared to them.
Well, I was more comparing our group to their group because they're a successful group, and I intend for us to be a successful group as well.
I don't want to be a hero. I want to live a mediocre life doing good things.
Oh, Millie, I'm sorry to say, but we've kind of already achieved that status, at least with this town. We sort of saved the day. Okay. Cool. Should we go to this memorial then?
Is it now?
Well, it's rather soon, isn't it?
That's fairly soon.
I believe Deidre mentioned something about it being around this time.
The festivities begin in the late afternoon, and they go till the nighttime when the memorial actually occurs. Which is what Michael and I talked about together. And I didn't just make it up.
just know that even if you do keep secrets from us and put on this facade, we always have your back, and we always will. At least I will, and I assume the rest of them too. Maybe not Kira, but... Shall we?
Yeah.
We walk back out of the alley. Hey, Tappa.
I put my glove back on.
That's a weird
Tapper says nothing. Oh! You can't just like throw the slow pitch over home plate. I follow him. I follow him.
Cool, so you guys continue to set up while this continues to make fucking rain.
There's I'm now like there's like a pile, a really
Each one is
large
worse.
pile of them, and they're just disgusting.
I keep like fielding questions by like a million people, like, oh, where should I put this? Where should we do this? And I'm like trying to like do it all, and then every once in a while, Wallace is like, "Then with this one, do you need more help?" I'm like, "More, please."
Kira, how long do you stay there?
A good hour or two. Is Hiira awake when I leave the room?
Yeah, when you leave, he is in the main room, sort of tending to people.
I'm gonna send an all clear letter to my grandma.
Cool. Pay the piper. He's like talking to people, and you see a couple line knights dressed in sort of like travel gear talking to him. He says something, they nod their heads, and they leave. And then he kneels down next to one of the pews and sort of just sits there and watches.
I want to go talk to him.
Oh, hi Kira.
Hi.
I didn't even realize you were here.
You were asleep when I walked in.
Oh, yeah, I was here all night.
Is he okay?
He will be.
Good.
He had a number on his, some of his non-essential organs with that flame slash whatever they did to him. So it's going to take him a while before he can get back up on a horse again, but he will.
Yesterday you made me an outrider knight.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta talk about that. What that means. I did do it in a bit of a hurry. But upon thinking about it, I don't think it was the wrong move. That being said, I would like to leave it up to you whether you agree to take that position.
I'll take it. When do we go?
Fuck yes, she will.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't have to just go with me. That's not how this works. We sort of work separately, and then you report to me when you need to. The first thing I need you to do for me is to come to the Konagar Meta in a month. I'm going to need you to be one of the witnesses of the events here.
Good.
Yeah. Besides that, you have legal right to bear the Carleone flag, wherever you go. Seek out things that are going wrong and find them.
Okay.
Also, I am your boss now,
Okay.
so there's that.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Benny.
Never worked for you.
Are you alright? You're not your usual chipper self. Not that I really knew you a ton before, but...
Yeah. It's just a little shocking, all of it.
You said you pretty much stayed in Warthank your whole life, yeah?
Yeah.
This is your first real battle?
Yes.
Yeah. The first one's, it's tough. And it never really leaves you. Especially when you see good people, good innocent people, die for a cause they were more or less forced to fight for. But it was a worthy cause. I know the feeling that you're going through. I was forced into battle my first time when I was 13 years old. I shouldn't have made it out if not for, well, Marathon. And I killed men. Men who were working for bandits nonetheless, but men. And they had families, I'm sure. Some of them probably had children. And I took that away from them. But if I hadn't taken that away from them, they would have taken it away from an entire town of innocent people who didn't have enough to pay their toll. It's not easy doing what we do, but you have to rest assured in believing that it is the right thing to do. I've never seen someone so enthusiastic about justice before, and I work in the military. So, even when you think you're making the wrong choice, even when it seems like the world is closing in and dark around you, just know that you're the one that brings the light.
Would you like to go to the memorial?
I would. I have to leave tomorrow morning, but I wouldn't dream of leaving before we honored the brave souls who lost their lives in this conflict. Take care of yourself, Hiira. I'm gonna need you in fighting shape.
Huzzah!
You don't have to jump right back into it. Take your time. It's hard. I'm gonna make sure he's all right, but I'll see you there.
Mm-hmm.
At ease, soldier. That's weird. then he sort of awkwardly shuffles over to the priest and clearly is just making small talk because he didn't know what else to say.
I'm gonna head on out.
Cool, where are you headed?
I'm gonna follow the trail of breathes.
They're really, really bad, and they're made of like scraps of things that he could find all over the town. Like
I want them made out of socks.
There are some.
It's
But not like a clean, colorful
no. Like a sock you found in a dumpster.
Oh yeah, like off of that one of the drunk people's feet.
Got like a
Can
hole
I
in it.
borrow this?
Cool. So you all separately, and some of you together, make your way to the beginning of the festival. And at the beginning of it, you see there's a small stage that has been erected where the tent previously was for the tournament. You see that Deirdre is talking to the prefect on top of the stage, and they're sort of just both they're talking. He's like, all right, well, do you think everything's ready for this?
I think everything's fine. Are you financially good? Because I went a little overboard.
We have a bit of money. No, we have some money left over. A lot of the prizes for the tournament were cash rewards, and those didn't get given out, so we have the funds.
Very sad. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, we sold the rights to our new game, Miniature Golf. So
Fun. Congratulations.
got some money from that.
So we're gonna let people mingle, have a little fun for a while. Then I'm gonna say some things. I'm sure, like maybe the prince will want to say some things, and then we'll do the whole memorial thing, and then more partying, and that'll be fine.
All right. Okay. Do you have like music lined up for the beginning part? We have the food vendors all out and about.
I hired musicians, bards.
Good.
Like they should be playing on different street corners. You know, it might clash a little bit, but I told them to be a little more fun.
Let's get as much festive as we can. I mean, as much festivity as we can for the day. That would be good. That would be good. We have to bring art and culture back to Hiira after we've had some war and fighting for a little bit.
Yeah. We have musicians.
Yeah.
We have magicians. We have...
Did you get the jugglers?
We got the jugglers.
Aaron Bonk? Himself?
Yeah, I called in a couple of favors.
Wow.
But
He said he retired.
Who is Aaron Ball?
He was in our Dragon Pirates campaign. He's the worst man on the seas.
Yeah,
He's
pulled
a
a few
pirate
strings, but
who loves
it's
to
worth it.
juggle.
I love him.
Based off a real man we met at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Wow, well, I'll be looking forward to that. Well, then, if you want to, you can start off the festivities.
After the memorial service is done, can I trust you to get people to fire out the fireworks?
Yes, we have several mages on hand to make some magical fireworks.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I thought the idea of putting it over the lake would be cool because it would reflect
Yes,
on the
yes,
water.
yes.
It wouldn't be loud in the city, you know.
We'll send them out in the boat, and they'll fire them.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank
Good.
you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go greet the townsfolk. And you go for it. Great party. I could hire you full time.
What?
I could hire you full time if you wanted to continue throwing events like this. You do have an eye for the panache. Or you have an eye for pizzazz, or you have panache. There it is.
Why not both? Thank you, but no thank you.
All right, well, the offer's open, really. No, really, it is. Our big entertainment guy is dead, so...
I'll think about it.
All right.
Of the noble following.
And then he gets down off the stage. There's people sort of starting to mill about, but the musicians aren't really doing anything until they get your signal. And at that clap, the festival begins. If you wander around, you're able to get some, like, okay food at street vendors.
There's Jeff there.
Jeff's certainly there, and as he sees you, he goes,
I go straight for Jeff.
Listen!
hello! Hello! Hey! What's up?
I want another one.
Okay, here you go, free of charge.
Listen,
Don't burn down my
I
stand,
I
please.
push Oliver over.
Oh!
We didn't burn down anyone's stand.
I
or
know,
any
you didn't.
restaurants.
Here's two.
I walk by and I'm like, you're talking about that stand we burned down.
When you guys bend down the noodles?
Here, have
What is
one
in your
more.
hands?
It's a wreath. I put it on his neck. It's made out of
You put it around his neck.
yeah, it's made out of pickles that I strung together with a shoelace, and there's like leaves in the pickles.
Just put a rope around this man's neck.
No,
Okay.
it's like a
Pickle
circle.
Pickle
necklace.
rope.
Pickle
You want a
necklace.
hero?
I love one.
Spicy meat or normal meat? Here, you just get both.
Ah. No, keep it on and see.
Okay, totally, yeah.
You look great, Jeff.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm gonna give Jeff money. I'm gonna give Jeff.
No, please, I don't need any money.
I doesn't take money. Jeff
And
just
you
gives
see him
us
like kick
euros.
up the stands on his cart. He's like, "All right, euros for sale." And he just
Why,
starts
no,
going off.
Jeff? Why? Oh.
Okay, I find everyone, I'm like, okay, the party's starting. I want everyone in this group to dance and have the time of their lives to make everyone else have the time of their lives, okay?
I don't think
You're my
Kira's
guinea
with
pigs.
everybody, but you get the rest of them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're my guinea pigs. You're having fun, okay?
You want me to become a guinea pig? Is that what you
No, Rose, I want you to dance your little heart out.
I'm like, oh, and then I unbutton a few buttons. I wanted to say
Well,
so.
John Travolta.
Cool, so y'all
All
head
right,
off in
then.
separate directions, dancing, singing, all that jazz.
I don't dance.
Cool.
I know you
Don't think
can.
it's
Not a chance.
Copy.
No.
The prefect is walking through and he's sort of shaking hands with people, and he gets up to your group. He's like, "Hello. I've been told that you are some of the heroes who saved the day recently. So it's nice to meet all of you. I am Easton Marcog. Nice to meet you."
When we shake hands, it goes kind of like, because I'm water and he's fire.
Yeah, it does. It's a little sizzle. Like, ooh! It's always good to see another of the elemental folk around. I don't get to see many often.
Yeah.
Except for my two brothers. Those are the only other ones I know.
Are they also fire? Is that how it
Yes, no, we look very similar.
Interesting, yeah.
Yes. yes. You know, the three orphans. It's a bit of a good story. The three orphans. The three of us found here. No parents in sight, but I rose to the occasion. Became the prefect. One of our brothers died, unfortunately, and my other brother, he is traveling as a traveling merchant. So that is very nice.
Oh, I love a good success story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dapper.
Oh, nice to meet you.
An orphan as well myself.
Oh! Can relate a little bit there. Do you have any identical twins?
No. Just some old friends.
Oh, good.
Oh, hey, Oliver.
Oh, good to meet you, Easton Workhog. And
Your hands a little.
it's a little warm. I'm sorry.
Mustache as well. Yeah.
No, thank you.
That'd be done. Yep.
Enjoy the festivities. Your friend is very, very great at putting them together. And I will be seeing you. Goodbye. He sort of nervously scampers off.
Wow, how cool that he has two identical brothers.
Pretty crazy.
That's pretty cool. I've never met anyone with an identical brother. Or maybe I have. Maybe I've met their brother.
Twice.
I didn't even know.
There you go.
He seems like a pleasant
So
guy.
I don't know why.
Cool. Can I roll insight on that?
What?
I said, yeah.
I said he seems like a pleasant guy, and you turned around.
Since it's Oliver, yes. Millie can keep a secret.
Fatal flaw.
13.
13. Oh, weird,
It's
but
just
so
Oliver's weirdness.
Cool. So you guys are enjoying the festival. Kira, what are you up to?
What kind of foods do they have?
All sorts,
Please
actually.
describe all of them in detail.
And I won't. I'll do it, but we're gonna have to cut while I do
Can you
it.
make a video? Can you make a
Yes.
separate video that just lists every single
Yeah, I'll make it happen.
dish that?
I mean, I have separate notes of just the alcohol we drank in this.
I'll do that. Remind me. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
I'll go for a kebab.
Yeah, you can find a kebab.
Oh, do you want a gyro?
Oh, I'm not near you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's not with us.
You find a kebab.
I say this one next
It's
to me.
Egbert's eel kebabs.
Eel. Fine.
Delicious.
Nom,
You
nom.
couldn't
Sushi.
make me.
You got it.
I'll just listen to I'll just walk around looking at some musicians, I guess.
Yeah, they're good. They're all playing different stuff, but they do seem to be good.
Great.
Cool. And as we get closer and closer to the evening, as the sun goes down over the horizon, Tapper, you are currently sort of ogling a big beer stand, trying to figure out which one the best is, and you feel a tap on your shoulder. Hey,
Hey, mate, how you doing?
what's up, my guy?
Not a whole lot, just enjoying the night.
And it was a lot of fun.
Having a
I'm
drink?
excited that it's going into the night, so I can enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah.
Having a drink. What kind of drink? You drinking blue?
Alcohol.
Does
Jesus.
nobody understand the down low aspect?
We're drinking alcohol.
What has to
Drinking
happen?
alcohol.
Hey,
alcohol.
kitten.
Hey, have some alcohol.
Alcohol. Thank you.
I keep
Right,
saying
yeah, that's good there. There you go.
Turns to ash in my mouth.
Alright.
Yep.
Wait, am I
You
there?
sure have.
Yeah, everybody's there.
Hey!
Oh, blue guy.
Yeah, that's me.
What's up? You got some sweet new digs.
Thank you.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. What was the name you gave me, by the way?
I'm Wallace.
No, for me.
The kitten.
Oh, Rothko.
Rothko.
You like
Rothko
it?
the kitten.
Oh,
Aww.
that's kind of cute.
Just my cat.
Yeah.
Just your cat.
Call him Rothko, alright.
Cool.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
no. One day I'll figure out whether I'm Sangueth or Mercath, but don't know when that'll be. What?
What?
I have very good hearing.
But the other one's a Baron.
Huh?
That sounds very vampire-y.
Yeah, but Sanguith.
Yeah,
Literally
but
blood.
Baron. You ever known a Baron that wasn't
Yeah,
a
but there's
vampire?
there's no Vaughn in
That's
his
a
name.
good
Don't
point.
use the V word, not
Oh,
out loud.
sorry. You ever known a Baron that wasn't
wasn't a kitten.
I can't say I've known a Baron, but I don't think most of them are kittens.
We're talking
It's
about
a
vampires.
Euphemism.
Kitten is
It's a code word for vampire.
So, you know, like,
Oh,
So you don't want to say vampire.
Oliver!
Sorry, we're just kidding. We're just kidding.
Right, sure, yes, alright, okay.
He just starts purring.
I don't like that.
Oh, gross.
what? I don't know.
Huh?
What?
What?
Let's go do something.
Yeah, you wanna?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What do you want to do?
Run around? I don't know.
I love running. He just takes off.
Tapper loves running.
I do love to run.
At this point, you see that Haroth has gotten up on the stage, and he has a glass in his hand, and he sort of clinks it. Orca says, if you get people at the bars to stop playing and gather around, it's time for the memorial. So,
do I see Kira?
maybe something there. She's in the crowd.
Oh. 20 unnatural.
Yeah, you see her.
Can I, like, mosey on over to her?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Kira.
Hi, Oliver.
How you doing?
Spiffy.
Me too. Just thought you wanted a friend to...
Do you want to keep out?
Oh, I would love one. Thank you. Is that eel?
Yeah. Really spicy, watch out.
Oh. Sure is. Are you okay?
I'm doing great. Millie get her shit sorted out. She doesn't want to talk about it.
I don't know. She's, you know.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. Cool. Hope this memorial's good, right? Shit.
Oh.
Look, I know that the horse thing and the Andy thing really hit you hard, but I want to congratulate you on the Outriders. I really think you will step up to the job. Did you talk to the prince, by the way?
Yeah, I did. I mean, shortly. Obviously, he has other things on his mind right now.
Sure. And you're still an Outrider?
Yeah.
Does that mean you have to leave all this?
At least I know I have something to do in a month. But I should probably tell my commanding officer that I now outrank him.
That'll be a fun conversation for
Really
sure.
awkward letter. Yeah.
Not so fun. But hey,
Super not I quit, but hey, I got promoted. You didn't promote me.
like fuck you, you know.
See you never again, probably. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks. Weird.
I'm gonna stay with Kira because Kira needs a friend.
Figured.
Like, you're pretty fast!
He's not breathing hard. He's not breathing at all. Yeah, I know. I have limitless stamina. It's pretty cool. Do you want to, like, set something on fire? Oh!
That's a bad combo.
Yeah.
Boys are back.
Boys,
What did you want to do?
Is the prefect around? I forgot something.
Yeah.
I forgot to say.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sure. Hi.
Hi. I'm the one that Millie Castle. I showed up to ask you about trebuchets.
Castle. Millie Castle.
Yeah.
You're the...
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know we had one. Oh my goodness.
I was just wondering
He's a twin brother.
where
Who's dead.
I could pick up my horses and my cart.
Oh,
They were
I'm not
impounded
sure
when we
we
first
yeah.
came into the city by Bartleby.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. Bartleby, the merchant up in the
Yeah, he
the
told me
rich
they'd be
district?
returned to me upon completion.
Oh, I'd say you probably have to take that up with Bartleby.
Bartleby?
If you
Absolutely.
need me to write a letter or something, I could make that happen.
Okay, just see Bartleby and
Hey,
he'll be there.
he's a bit of a gruff man. He's
Oh,
a fair businessman, so.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he killed the king of thieves, so we all
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
true. Yeah, Frederickson.
Yeah,
Nowhere to
yeah,
be found.
yeah. No, he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Same
So-
person.
You wanted to make any
Two
inside?
people.
Did you want to make any inside checks during that, or you just?
But yeah, is Bartleby gonna give me back the horse and the cart?
That's what you want to learn from this.
Or is it the same guy?
Yeah.
Is it the same guy? Is it the same
The
guy?
thing that everyone else is
So cool! Big thing.
Is it the same guy?
Over on this side of the table.
Oh shit.
21.
The mannerisms are the same, like identical mannerisms. He really didn't seem to have any recognition of you. So either he's bluffing amazing, or he's not the same person. But like the manner, like uncannily similar. Like you've experienced siblings like before, who are similar, but they have different, like, slight ticks. The
It's
same.
just Millicent has experienced siblings before.
Hey.
I have 2 of them. Alright.
Ooh, yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
He's
alright.
fancy now.
Noted.
Put vampire teeth on him.
Oh yeah.
Noted. My threat on deaf ears.
Yeah. Maybe. Or
Maybe.
not at all. Cool. As Herath sort of gathers
nice, yeah.
everybody, says,
I'm gonna. Never mind.
people start to gather around the main stage, and he says, first off, I'd like to thank Deidre Rousseau for putting all of this together. So
Clap,
give her a
clap,
round of
clap,
applause.
clap, clap.
Before we begin the memorial, there's a few things I'd like to say. I know this has been a tough time for Hiira, potentially one of the toughest times, considering your, Tournament of Champions ended, you lost. The one who organized it, the ever flamboyant Arnold Schweizar Jr. His family will remember him, and we all will as well. Hiira's never been a place that's been attacked by much of anything before, and because of that, you've been able to flourish with arts and culture and incredible facial hair. So this might have come as a bit of a shock, but now you know that Hiira can overcome. But I won't say you were able to do it alone. There were a lot of people who were quite prominent in the defeat of these giants, and people that I think we need to thank. Every participant of the tournament put their lives on the line when they didn't have to, and we really appreciate that. Those individuals who showed up out of nowhere in the middle of the fight and then disappeared afterwards, if anyone knows where they are, I'd love to thank them, so let me know. And 2 groups of people who really proved themselves as not just mere tournament goers, but as friends of Caerleone and heroes. With the Tempest's Edge, and he points down towards Achuri, who is surrounded by
That's the happy group.
yeah, Achuri and Aerolith. You recognize the half-elf with the eye patch Burlog of Boulderfell is there, as well as the Gold Dragonborn, who is really mean to Kira in the joust.
Classic.
And Ralph, the monk that you fought off.
Well,
The tiefling monk. And another group, the salad bowlers.
No, we changed. Never mind.
What? No. What is it?
Oliver, why would you speak?
We've been called the Fortunate Fools.
The Fortunate Fools.
Huh.
Without
Somewhere in
Nero.
the distance,
Called us that
there's a
once.
fire.
How? In like a big fire?
Please tell me it's not on the gyro stand.
No, just like enough for like there to be light if you're looking and like yeah if you're listening.
Just 2 shadowy figures dancing around it.
Like in an alleyway.
Yeah.
You see a Euro stand.
No.
Occupied.
Not the hero!
This guy.
Without these 2 groups,
Keep happening.
without these 2 groups, Hira surely would have fell. They're heroes, and they deserve your recognition. The heroes of Hira.
We called ourselves.
That's the name of this episode.
With the heroes.
The heroes of Hira.
That's a better song.
And the crowd really does applauds all. There's a lot of cheering, and people look towards you, and there's some children and older folk who are like, thank you so much for what you've done.
Thank you.
The 2 of you, and as well as the 2 of you, because you're both recognized as them, and you're together. But congratulations aside, there's one last group. Well, there's one last group of people we need to honor. Those who gave their lives in this fight. There are a good number of them who we don't know the names of. Those brave souls who affronted the giants from behind. Many of them fell, but they will be honored, and we will do our best to find out who they were. The rest of them, of course, we're missing our incredible Arnold F. Schweizar. And we will miss him forever, as well as quite a few members of the tournament. Sebastian. He may have had wolf blood inside him, and I think that wolf blood is what led him to be such a hero on the battlefield. Garth, a warlock. He may have served something unhallowed and strange, but it led him to here to protect us. Karmar. She could speak no words of her own, but the words she spoke were the words of the people's hearts. And Gertie and Ferdy, members of the Tempest's Edge. They were sisters who knew only honor, and they will be remembered as heroes.
This is always very somber.
And the final sacrifice.
Tapper's going.
A Lion Knight. Andreth Johnson. Some of you may know him. He's lived here his whole life. He died serving you. And for that, I raise him to the rank of Silver Beast. Post-mortem. He had the spirit of the lion within him. And he would have made it there had he lived to see that day. Now, we light their wreaths on fire to send them to the plains that they would have liked to go to. Please. And you see a bunch of the other Lion Knights pull out torches and set fire to the wreaths, not made by Wallace, but the ones made by actual druids. And druids with druid craft. I didn't mean to say it like that.
It's just in Wallace.
Not actually.
Not a real
Fake druid.
Pirate druid.
Fake druid.
Fake druid. Hashtag not my druid.
You're my druid.
As the wreaths are lit, you hear the sound of a lute sort of playing out of nowhere.
Oh no.
And you see, standing in the middle of the crowd, Aethys, playing the lute, tears streaming down his face. It is, for all his faults, he can play that thing. It is, you all are, with the exception of Wallace, who's off burning some stuff, you feel tears coming. Whether it's from the weariness of the things that you've accomplished, the pride that things that you've done, or the sadness for the people that were lost on the way, this song brings it out of all of you. It's among the most beautiful songs you've ever heard. After a time, his voice, high, crystalline, and beautiful, starts to ring out, singing in Elvish. For those of you who speak it, it is a song about the two famous elven brothers who opposed the Valhenshi regime. The younger brother who sacrificed himself to save his older brother. And as the song ends, the crowd mournfully sort of bows their heads as the wreaths burn, the smoke rising into the night sky as the souls of the people who've sacrificed themselves for Hiira drift off to wherever they are intended to go. And at this moment, fireworks erupt from the ship out in the middle of the lake, and the crowd cheers. And that's where we're gonna end this episode of Dungeon Party. Great. You are all level 8.
Hey!
Magic initiate.
You're all level 8.
You're taking magic initiative?
So, we got some interesting things to go from here.
Teaching you magic?
Yep. We have some interesting places to go from here. I'm excited to see where it's going. For those of you watching, make sure to go play a game of Dungeons & Dragons. It's really good. It's fun. It's really good. And it's fun. And we have a great time doing it, so you should also do that. You guys are the best.
Make sure
You guys are the best. Make sure to pick your
Yeah.
nose. Yes. And with that, thanks for partying with us in the dungeon. We'll see you next time. Bye.